Hola amigos and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV Advance Turbo Championship Edition. I believe I've already made that joke actually. And in today's episode we are actually going to be taking on more of this dungeon. Dungeon Man, the first cross between man and dungeon. And in today's episode, we're actually just going to be progressing more through this dungeon, and it's really tedious to get through, so you guys will have fun. Because I'm going to be complaining about that the entire way, and after all, that's what you guys watch these videos for, right? To listen to me complain about age-old video games. Whatever, I don't even care at this point. It may seem like I care, but I don't. Anyway, in the last episode, we defeated the White Dragon and got ourselves the Murasame, also known as the best katana, apparently. This katana is the best katana ever. And in today's episode, we're gonna be, well, actually, I've already said what we're gonna say, or what we're gonna do in today's episode. I haven't really said what we're gonna say in today's episode, though. That would be okay, is there a way to actually get to that treasure chest? I wanna know. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. No, can't. Okay. Well, we'll worry about that later, I guess? I don't know. And this is the path we're actually supposed to be taking down here. Nothing up my sleeves. Let's go on. Lunar subterrane, basement 2 floor. Giant you know what? Let's show this fight. Let's fight this guy. I'm feeling cocky and strong, alright? Let's hit this guy with everything we've got. Splash the pot with all you got. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys know what I'm saying. None of you guys know what I'm saying. Yeah, we should probably also, give Rydia a nice little boost of MP right there. Thank you. 32, that's not too bad, I guess. That'll get us another Fyraga, so I mean, it's all in a day's work. It's justice like that. Or justice like something completely different. Justice like the Guilty Gear final boss. That's what it's like. Which means it's probably gonna piss a bunch of angry white nerds, yeah. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna make too many jokes about angry white nerds, cause I am one. Yay! And while it's always good to, you know, laugh at yourself every now and again. There we go, Giant Warrior down. Giant Warrior has fallen. And we are going to get this treasure chest. Oh, come on. Fire Whip! Yes, Fire Whip. This is going to be an upgrade for... Oh, that's actually quite nice. Nice little benefit there. And I believe, similar to whips before it, it has a chance to paralyze an enemy on hit. I actually think that the chance increases depending on which whip you have. So, you know, Fire Whip is probably going to paralyze foes a bit more. Maybe like 10% more, 20% more. Or, well, maybe not that high, I guess. I don't know. It's good to set expectations, and it's good to dream. And it's good to get a dragon shield, too. That's always nice. Dragon shield. Yeah, that'll benefit Kane. Actually, you know what? Fuck Kane. Because Cecil's the one that's been... Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's give the dragon shield to Cecil. That's... It benefits him more anyway. So, is there anything over here? Well, I can just look at the tops of the things too to see if there's any like alternate paths and stuff. Oop. There's an alternate path here. Does it lead anywhere? There's a path to here. This leads somewhere. Leads to a silver dragon. Silver dragon, not to be confused with gold dragon. Crystal dragon, white dragon, thunder dragon, red dragon, green dragon, yellow dragon, or blue dragon. just so that you guys don't get confused. Because, I mean, they're all dragons, so you guys might get them confused every now and again. But I'm here to tell you that there's some differences. Dragon Helm. Okay, this is going to benefit, let's see, you compared to you. Yeah, once again, well, actually, hold on. With the Dragon Helm to you, and then upgrade to your Diamond Helm to the Genji Helm. There we go, now everyone's happy. Except me, I'm never happy. I'm not happy about anything at all. Dragon Mail and Dragon Gloves. Okay, you... Let's give you the gloves, and since you are defensive master, Mr. Cecil, let's give you the mail. Mail's here. I was just about to sing like the Animail jingle from the funny animal videos that Animal Planet used to have. Animail, Animail, hot diggity dog, it's Animail. And then like a dog would bark or something like that. Ah, all the things that amused me as a kid. Man, I miss being that easily amused. Well, okay, I am kind of easily amused, but I mean... Hold on, let's see if we can cast Osmose right here, because, let's see, drain a little bit. 1! Okay. Well, that worked out in our favor. Didn't work out not in our favor, so I guess that's good. Because most of the rest of that battle was just mashing B, but, or mashing A, actually. No, please, go away, please. Please, please, thank you. Yeah, most of that battle was just mashing A Championship Edition, but... Okay, there's another thing down there, but I mean... Is it possible to get to there from here, or do I have to take a different route? Or route, I guess. Whatever. And there's an item right here with Artemis arrows. But we have a staff equipped, so we don't necessarily need the arrows. This place in time. Oop, gold dragons. You know, we haven't fought a gold dragon in a while. Let's fight one of these. We haven't fought them since I believe the part 30, I guess. So let's do this. Entangle, yeah, that did something, I guess. You know what? I want to cast Osmose on these things too. Just drain as much MP as I can. Because Osmose really is a nifty little spell like that. It's just... Steal from the enemy's reserves to give to your own. Incredible. 1! Yes! Yes! Thank you, game! Okay, I decided not to show the rest of that battle anyway, so... That was basically most of the same stuff that usually happens in battles against those things. Where it's basically like two people butting heads together and see which person butts heads better. Oh, but while I was there, I was really, thinking about something. I know how a lot of, Final Fantasy games have, you know, auto-battle settings and stuff where... Oh, but the press of a button, all your party members just attack for you, and you can go off and do whatever. What's the point of that? I've never used it. Oh, this might be bad. This is a blue dragon. These things cast Ice Storm, which deals moderate amounts of damage. They're a bit tougher than enemies we've encountered so far, so it's good to keep your wits about you. Keep your eyes peeled, if you know what I'm saying. And fire doesn't do anything to them. In fact, it seems to heal them. That's nice. This is a good time to run away, actually. Don't want to fight these things quite yet. Said I don't want to fight you quite... Come on, I don't... Thank you. We'll be fighting more of those things, so I think there's actually some forced mandatory battles on those things if we want to get everything in this dungeon, so I'm in. Tainted Elixir, okay, that's not bad. It's a good thing I brought so many of those potions, because otherwise... Yeah, alright, so continuing on. We haven't even done, like, dick for progress in this dungeon, really. Oh, man. Gonna have fun with this thing, aren't we? Now, there's a treasure chest right there. Gold dragon! No dragon! No dragon is good dragon. X potion, okay. Guess I can't complain too much about that. Monsters! I can complain about this, though. God damn it. Can't run away either, so... the item in here better be worth it. And from what I recall, it probably will be. That was a won't, not a will, by the way. It probably just came out really weird. Yeah, whatever, let's... Actually, through the magic of editing, I can just cut to the battle. Or cut to the end of the battle. Like this! There we go. Alright. And Stardust Rod. Okay, this is good, isn't it? Well, maybe. Fire Whip versus Stardust Rod. Rod infused with the power of the stars. The fuck does that even mean? Oh. Right, so the remaining parts of this commentary are actually going to be post-commentary. And there's some reasons for this, mainly because I didn't feel like the commentary in this second half of this episode was really that entertaining enough to stand on its own. So I kinda just decided to, you know, speed it up and see what would happen from here on out. Now, the lunar subterrane, and you know, you're gonna start seeing it eventually, it's filled with a lot of difficult enemies, it's filled with a lot of really tedious enemies to get through, and overall, out of all the dungeons in Final Fantasy IV, this is actually among my least favorite. It's not the worst dungeon in the game by far. I really think that the Magnetic Cavern is the most annoying of them, but at the same time, this just doesn't really introduce too many nifty gimmicks to it. It's got some optional bosses that you can fight to help the final boss become easier. That's kind of cool. But it's also kind of a big, confusing dungeon to get through. It doesn't necessarily feel that linear like Final Fantasy III's dungeon did. And to tell the truth, I don't really like this place all that much. Now, over here we actually have new enemies, red dragons and blue dragons, and man, I really hate blue dragons. They are incredibly annoying to kill. They have this ice storm attack that deals moderate amounts of damage, but they also have no elemental weakness, which means that spamming melee attacks is going to be the order of the day. It's not like the red dragons, which I think have an elemental weakness to ice, and overall take more damage. But from what I recall, the red dragons also have more health as well. So I'm not too certain on the fundamentals of this. One thing I did want to talk about, however, was I was actually listening to Retsu talk before making this episode, and before, you know, recording everything in it and stuff. And one of the things they covered was actually the Final Fantasy games past Final Fantasy IV, and Diabetes was talking about how Final Fantasy VI hasn't really aged as well as he remembers, and I think the reason he gave was because the party members in Final Fantasy VI just really feel same-ish. It doesn't necessarily feel like it introduces as many things and has as many cool things as Final Fantasy IV. And from what I've played of Final Fantasy VI, it kind of feels like the case, really. I'm not going to say that what I've played of Final Fantasy VI is bad or anything, and I'm not completely counting Final Fantasy VI out as a future Let's Play project, but I don't really know either. It's going to have to be one of those things where I'm just going to have to wait and see what goes on. Anyway, you're also probably going to notice at this part of the video I'm going to start skipping treasure chests and going, you know, just trying to progress through the dungeon because I really wanted to get to that save point I really just wanted to end the video, but I didn't want to end the video without, you know, saving the game and doing things like that. And like I said, this is a really long, tedious dungeon, and it's not really that fun for me to go through. Like, I kinda like the idea of it, but it just feels kinda tedious. And the whole tedium of really long dungeons is also kind of going to get to us once we get to the post-game, because the Lunar Ruins is fucking ridiculous. One thing I did want to say, however, is that I am actually planning on doing another RPG game for a Let's Play sometime in the near future. It's probably not going to be the next project, but it's going to be coming up relatively soon. And the game that I want to play is one that I actually really enjoyed from my childhood, and it's not one that you guys will probably expect either. We are introduced to one last new enemy here, the Little Murderer, which isn't necessarily notable. He's weak to lightning, but if you don't hit him with his weakness, he actually won't be able to attack. He'll be stuck scanning himself forever. Also, he's floating for whatever reason, so that rules Quake out of the equation. But I am actually planning on maybe doing another RPG sometime in the near future. We're gonna have to see on this though, because I'm not super sure if I really want to play through it, because once again it's a case of I don't know if it's aged well, I don't know if it's as fun as I remember it from my childhood. We're just gonna have to see. And I know at least one of you guys, Caster of Hope actually, was asking if I was going to Let's Play Mega Man Battle Network Chrono X, and there are two things that are preventing me from doing it. One, the full game's not out, and two, I'm not necessarily that big of a Battle Network fan to begin with, but we'll get into that when we get to that. The episode's basically gonna end off here, so I'll see you later. I'm really sorry for how this episode turned out. Bye, guys.